I thought I would post an update because I'm fascinated by the story. I think a lot of people are also fascinated by this story. The Ukrainian girl that was allegedly abandoned by Kristine and Michael Barnett is now living with a new family in Indiana. What's up, my brethren? I'm Jarvis Black, and I'm super excited to see you again. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel really, really good about it. Like it's getting intimate. Boo! Okay, so evidently people are super interested in the story about the Ukrainian girl who was adopted by Kristine and Michael Barnett in Indiana back in 2010 after she originally came to the country in 2008. The original parents that were going to adopt her didn't adopt her or abandon her in 2010. Kristine and Michael flew down to Florida for an emergency adoption, adopted her in 2010, and then started to suspect that something was off, had her evaluated a few times. In 2012, a court ruled that she was actually born in 1989 and not 2003 as they originally thought. I'll post a link to the previous video that I made about this that talks about Kristine's side, her version of things, and what the police are saying, because Kristine and Michael Barnett obviously have been arrested and are being charged with neglect. So this Ukrainian girl is either a 16-year-old who's had an extremely rough life and has been abandoned, or she's a 30-year-old with antisocial personality disorder, aka sociopath. Kristine Barnett claims that she has proof that the girl suffers from psychiatric illnesses and that she's actually an adult born in 1989 and not 2003. Kristine claims that the girl terrorized her family and that they didn't abandon her. They actually set her up with an apartment before they moved to Canada for their son Jacob and his scholastic endeavors. They helped her survive and paid her rent, got her an apartment, and signed her up for state assistance. Keep in mind, this is the same Kristine Barnett, mother of Jake Barnett, who was a child with autism, who was a math and science prodigy that was featured on 60 Minutes.
The oldest of 4 kids, Jake lives with his family in the suburbs of Indianapolis. He has a full scholarship at the joint Indiana University-Purdue campus in Indianapolis, where he is an honors student in math and physics. He may not be the tallest student on campus, but is surely among the brightest.
Everyone was thinking that mom was taking the class and she couldn't find a babysitter. The students thought I was the student.
Kristine Barnett actually wrote a book about her experiences raising Jake Barnett and her experiences being a mother raising a child with autism who also turns out to be a genius. Her book is called The Spark, a mother's story of nurturing, genius, and autism.
The Spark is the story of raising my son Jacob and finding out all of these incredible things about his mind. So the update to this story is that the Ukrainian girl is now living with a new family in Indiana. And I talked about this briefly, that there was a family that I thought had petitioned to adopt her. So this family, the man's family, applied for legal guardianship of her back in 2016. They actually ended up withdrawing their request for guardianship. The court upheld the previous ruling back in 2012 that the girl was born in 1989. So clearly the court had documents that showed that the girl was born in 1989. That's why her age was changed from 8 to 22 at that time in 2012, and a second court hearing, this family that she's now living with and as like a teenage daughter. They're raising her like a teenage daughter. The family is a Christian family. The father's a pastor. If she really is a teenage girl, why did the court change her age in the first place? And why did the court again uphold that ruling? That seems huge. Clearly the police and the prosecutors don't think that the girl is an adult. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought them up on charges, right? So a family friend of the girl's new family said that she's happy and that she is just a normal teenage girl and doesn't suspect anything, doesn't believe that the girl is lying, and believes that she was abandoned. Anyway, this family friend thinks it's ridiculous to think that this girl could be 30 years old.
and not 16 as she's claiming. This family friend, they said they just found a girl who what they felt was being neglected and being mistreated and wanted to take her into their family, and now they're raising her like their teenage daughter. It is interesting to me when you look at the pictures because the girl looks really young when she's with the Barnett. In the pictures with the man's family, she looks significantly older. Is that the difference between an 8 or 11-year-old and a 16-year-old? Or is the aging we're seeing from 22 to 30 as an adult? Because you get older, it happens. I'm getting older. Age happens. One thing that's interesting is how Kristine has responded to the attention that Jake has gotten for being a math and science prodigy and having autism and her role in raising him. She has taken it upon herself as though she's almost solely responsible for him. She does come across as somewhat egotistical about it. There's even I haven't read her book, and I'm not going to buy it. I'm just not interested really. But there's quite a few Amazon reviews about her coming across as sort of an egomaniac.
Well, I definitely didn't expect my children to be doing the things that they are.
So since the previous video got some attention, a lot more attention than my other videos, I thought I would post an update because I'm fascinated by the story. I think a lot of people are also fascinated by this story. The Ukrainian girl that was allegedly abandoned by Kristine and Michael Barnett is now living with a new family in Indiana and is allegedly a teenage daughter of theirs now. Basically, the question remains, is she really a teenager? Is she an adult? Was this an elaborate scam? Is Kristine Barnett lying to try to get out of trouble? Did they change her legal age so they didn't have to take her to Canada? I mean, I don't know. I don't know why that would be the case, but there's so many questions about this case and so many things that are fascinating and still like a mystery, and it's just unfolding. And if you guys want to keep seeing updates, like and subscribe, and I'll keep posting updates as I see them and hear them and read them, and we'll just keep learning about this story together. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button, smash that like button. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit the bell notifications so that you know when I upload a new video, especially about this topic. Take it easy, and I'll catch up with you soon.